Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Now that my Christmas series is over and Christmas is quickly approaching, I thought we would do something fun, maybe geared towards more like New Year's Eve. This would be a fun little idea for New Year's Eve if you're into that kind of thing. So I got these adorable shot glass set from the Stainless Depot. It comes in a set of 6, and they're like the cutest little mini tumblers. They're just like a curved tumbler, but in little mini form. I mean, who doesn't love things in mini form, right? So I sanded it and prepped it, and then I spray painted it with navy blue, and I only had glossy spray paint, so that's what I used. And then I'm going to go right in after they were dry with the foil glue from Artistic Painting Studio, and I'm using my gloved finger to apply that to the top and bottom rim. Sometimes I feel like I have a little bit more control if I use my finger when I want the glue in specific spots versus using a paintbrush. And then I used my heat gun to hurry along that drying process. And then I have these foil flakes from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to just apply those foil flakes right over that glue. After I had all those glue areas covered, I took my X-Acto knife and trimmed off anything that was hanging over the top, and I just rubbed down the whole little mini tumbler with my hands just to make sure that any excess flakes are not on there, and to double make sure that all of that glue area was covered. After this first one was done, I then just continued until I had all 6 of them completed. While I speed up me working on the next few little tumblers, I thought I would take a minute to share some exciting news with you. So starting January 1st, I am going to open up my mentorship group. It is going to be $12 a month, and we will have an exclusive Facebook group. We're going to do lives, giveaways, swaps. You'll get an exclusive tutorial each month, and I'm also going to do a supply giveaway each month. So as I get supplies and extras and find things that I love each month, a member of the group will win a basket of goodies. So if you aren't in my craft community group, make sure you join that. The link's down in the description box, and there will be more information when that goes live. So now back to these little mini tumblers. I found this pool noodle that I had, and I just cut it apart. It's like the thinnest little round pool noodle that you can find, because I don't have an attachment for these little guys, so I just was on a hunt to figure out something. So what I did was, they don't quite fit in there, so I took some painter's tape and I taped around the edge of where the tumbler, when it's inserted, would land. That way, if epoxy gets on it, I'm not epoxying the pool noodle to the little mini tumbler. So I just did that, and then I squished it in, and it was perfect. And then it was a really tight squeeze on my little turner knobs, and it held them on there wonderfully. So after I did that, I did seal this with Rust-Oleum's Clear Glossy spray paint, and then I was also sent Hog Speed epoxy. So we're going to go in and try, I've used it once before, but we're going to go in and try it on these little mini tumblers. It is their fast set epoxy, and I have to tell y'all, I really like this epoxy. It is dry in like 4 hours. It mixes beautifully. It has a very nice shine, and I don't have a lot of I don't have any issues with any micro bubbles. We've lived in a lot of different states, so I've always struggled to find a good one that has always been good no matter what climate or temperature or humidity we've lived in. I have one tried and true that I always use, but it's nice to always find a backup as well, and I really do like this fast set. So I went in and gave it a coat of epoxy, and then when that was done, I gave it one more coat of epoxy just to make it sure it was nice and smooth before we move on to the lettering portion. After that was dry, I took them off, and all I had to do was like push the pool noodle away from the tumbler, and anything that was stuck, it came right off. It was really easy to remove. So I removed all of those, and then I cleaned up the edge, the top rim with my X-Acto knife, and then I gave it a really good sanding on that top rim. And then I decided I was originally going to, just on the top portion of the tumbler, I was going to put the letters to spell out cheers, but I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more like bolder for the lettering, so I decided to attempt to make it go over that curve. So I just picked a very bold font. I don't remember what I think it's called Feeling Amazing, and I cut out an offset in navy blue, and then we're going to use textured gold metallic vinyl from Tech Wrap Crafts and use that as the forefront letters. So I applied the offset first on all of them, and then I applied the gold, and some of the letters were a little bit more difficult to get them to go over that curve, and I just kind of smoothed it and worked it, and I took my X-Acto knife, like the barrel of the knife, and kind of rubbed it down so it helped it lay flat a little bit. That's one thing that I love about that textured vinyl, is you don't see every imperfection that you do with some gloss vinyls. And as you saw a few seconds ago, I retaped the little pool noodle with electrical tape. I was able to squeeze it a little bit tighter so it wasn't laying right up against that top rim, so it gave it a little bit of wiggle room, so if epoxy did get up over there, it wasn't epoxying the pool noodle to itself. Once I had all of those letters applied, I gave it 2 good coats of epoxy, and then I gave it, there was some letters that the rim, the vinyl was sticking out just a little bit where it kind of creased, so that way I gave it 2 good coats of epoxy, so the vinyl itself pretty smooth, but you can still feel it a little bit. And then I gave it a really good sanding on the top. I gave it one more final coat over the letters, and it was completely smooth. And they are so cute. I absolutely love these. I'm not a drinker. We don't drink like this at all, so I'm actually sending these as a gift to my brother and my sister-in-law. My brother's birthday is New Year's Day, so they're going to have some friends over on New Year's Eve, so I thought that these would be absolutely perfect. I know that the gold vinyl blends in and you can't really even see the navy blue offset, but that is what I wanted. I really wanted it to be a monochromatic, tone-on-tone, golden navy blue feel for the whole entire thing. So in different lights you can see the letter cheers, the letters for cheers, and they are super cute. So that is it for today's tutorial. I know it was a pretty simple one, but I wanted to keep it pretty quick and easy. So if you wanted to crank these out in time for New Year's Eve, you could as well. As always, I'll leave all of the information where to find me and all of the products that I use down in the description box. And again, thank you all so much for all the love and support. I am really looking forward to all the things that 2024 is going to bring. If you have any suggestions or anything you would like to see me possibly do a tutorial on, leave it down in the description box and I will see what I can do. And then I look forward to any and all of you joining my mentorship group coming January 1st. And I will be back next Saturday for one final tutorial of the year. No, I think there's two. Yes, one tutorial for each Saturday left in the year of 2023. I will see you all next week. Bye, y'all.